Journey to Rebirth is what I like to call an audio-biography. It is a musical journey through cancer. When I first got diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, I had a very difficult time processing my emotions. It was hard for me to even cry. The piano was a musical journal for me, and has always been since I was a kid. I would sit at the piano and I would just play the emotions, and it would turn into something that really told that story of what I was experiencing at the time. A lot of the pain and travesty and loss, a loss of self, what felt like a death sentence. But it wasn't until they told me that the chemo didn't work that I recognized how much I had been giving my power away. And it was like my life just flashed before my eyes and hadn't been listening to what was within me. It wasn't about survival anymore. It was tapping into what it feels like to be alive. Initially, what felt like, am I going to die? Suddenly just brought me to the present moment. It's like the trees were dancing and the earth was breathing. And I went home and I got to be with my son, who was 1 at the time. And it was so beautiful because he is experiencing with his innocence everything for the first time. And it was almost like I could bring myself to his level and see the world through his eyes. It was an opportunity for me to connect with who I am and who I was as a kid. I felt such a different sense of play. I continued doing more treatment, but it was a completely different shift. That is what I call my rebirth. In stem cell transplant, they actually call it a rebirth, but for me, it's a transformation. Miraculously is what led me to my remission. 2 months later, I was in remission. After recording all these piano pieces, I realized there was so much more to expand in the orchestration, that this was bigger than what I had gone in thinking that it was for. I wanted to expand it by creating an album that involved not only the instruments, but the players. I wanted the human element of connection, of community. One of the most magical experiences of my life is when the musicians brought this music to life. I am putting together a GoFundMe for the purpose of putting together an immersive show of Journey to Rebirth. We don't want to just make a concert. We want to make an immersive experience with artists from different types of mediums and to interact with audience members so that they can walk out of this show feeling more connected with themselves and with each other. Thank you so much for watching, and I am so excited to share Journey to Rebirth with all of you.